Hello students, today we meet again and today we plan to start the first poem in your textbook. Before we start with the first poem, students, let's just know a little bit about the poet. Okay, Walt Whitman was an American poet, he was an essayist and a journalist. So as you can see students, he was a very influential person. ठीक है और इन्होंने he started with a new kind of a form of poetry, that is writing the poems in free verse. अब free verse क्या है? Just a revision. Free verse is a kind of writing poems, a format which has got no rhyming words, no rhyme scheme, basically no pattern. All right. So that is why, as you can see students, he is known as the father of free verse. And the poem that we are going to do today is Song of the Open Road. Now students, as I read the second paragraph, all right, you'll understand a little bit more about this poem. The section 1 of Song of the Open Road, from Leaves of Grass. So as you understand, like this is a collection of poems, Leaves of Grass. From that, we have just taken the first section, that is Song of the Open Road. It's a beautiful blend of self-awareness, free will, and tenderness of heart. That is, the poet is on a new journey wherein he aims to realize his own self. वो अपने आप को जानना चाहते हैं, इसके लिए एक जर्नी पर निकल पड़े हैं. ठीक है? It gives us poet's realization that along the journey of life, one will face a test of wisdom which is not tested in any school or university. This line means that the poet is sure whatever he is going to experience on this journey is new, is going to be new perhaps, and probably he is going to learn many things which he hasn't learned in his school or in his college or from books. This experience is going to be different from his bookish knowledge. Next line, a road is something everyone uses, whether rich or poor, and it forces all levels of people to associate with one another. That means we come across different kinds of people, all right, and our experience with each one of them is going to be different. The next line is most important, students. You need to underline this. The road signifies mobility. Mobility means movement. One can take the road as a point to start over something new. So your students, road does not literally mean rasta. Okay? But here road is a metaphor. Metaphor का मतलब है indirect comparison. So here road means new opportunities, नए रास्ते, नए options जिंदगी में. ठीक है? So the poet feels that when I'm going to take new options in life, I am going to learn lot many new other things. All right? Let's move ahead. Whitman talks about people and places. He argues against staying in one place for too long, although the hospitality may be true. He is against of waiting too long at a particular place. उनको लगता है कि नहीं, जिंदगी में चलते जाना है, नए ऑप्शंस एक्सप्लोर करना है. जैसे एक हिंदी अपना गाना है, जिंदगी एक सफर. So it's kind of, he's kind of trying to explore new options in his life. So with this background, students, we need to understand that Walt Whitman was a very famous person. He was a journalist, he was a poet, he was an essayist. उन्होंने बहुत कुछ लिखा है. And from that, today we are going to do one of his poems. So we move slowly towards the actual poem. So students, we need to understand that the poem is divided into 4 stanzas. When I say poem, it means stanzas. So this poem is divided into 4 stanzas. So what you can see right now in front is your first stanza. Song of the Open Road. As I told you, open road signifies a new journey, new options which the poet plans to undertake. They are new options which the poet plans to undertake. Start. So open road is a metaphor. It's a metaphor. So road is indirectly compared to lot of new opportunities. Okay? So first line, afoot and light-hearted. There's no printing error in this. Afoot, ये एक ही word है which means pedal, walking on the road. So when you walk on the road, it's known as afoot. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. So students, now this particular poet, since he has taken a decision on his own, उन्होंने खुद से ये decision लिया है to start with a new option, he is very happy. Okay, so which is a word which tells us that he is happy? The correct word is light-hearted. The word light-hearted indicates that he is extremely happy, okay, with the new beginning. He started on this journey. मतलब students सच्ची में वो एक journey पर नहीं निकल पड़े. He is not left on a real journey, but he has just started with a new option. He has explored a new option. All right. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Means he started with something new. Healthy, free. He is very happy that he is free from restrictions. He has the world before him. Okay, पूरी दुनिया उनके सामने है, जो चाहे वो कर सकते हैं. The long brown path, students, the land where there is nothing, where there's only soil, only mud, that's brown. That's what he says. His path is open. Alright, उनका रास्ता खुला हुआ है, बहुत सारे options है. Leading wherever I choose. So this line tells us that he is going to decide upon his path. He is not going to do what he has been told to do or what he has been doing till now. He's going to make a choice of doing something that he wishes to do. All right. So students, afoot means, as I said, walking. Taking a journey on foot. Okay, we have gone to the next poem by mistake. We have come to this particular poem only. And here we come to the next stanza now. Yes, all right. We have come to the next stanza, students. We had stopped at the first stanza. Okay, now the second stanza. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Look at his confidence. This line tells us that he is very confident, he is very optimistic. ठीक है, उनको पता है कि वो कुछ ना कुछ तो जिंदगी में कर ही लेंगे. So if you are asked a question, pick out a line that displays the poet's confidence. तो ये एक लाइन है जो आप लिख सकते हो. I ask not good fortune. So he is not going to pray for himself कि मुझे ये दे दो, वो दे दो. He is not going to pray. He is only going to do what he has planned, or rather just take a path, choose a path which comes right in front of him. He says, I am myself good fortune. मतलब वो खुद, he is responsible for his own actions. This line tells us also that he is responsible for his own actions, and he is probably decided that I'm going to do one thing or the other, whatever comes in my way. All right. Now, next line, he says that I'm not going to complain. Look at the word whimper, students. Whimper here means make a series of low, weak cries. जो लोग रोते रहते हैं, that is whimpering, crying. All right, but here he says I'm a whimper in this, according to this poem, it also means complain. He says he's not going to complain, postpone no more, need nothing. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more. मैं कोई भी चीज आज की कल, कल की परसों I'm not going to do. And whatever I've decided, I'm going to start doing it right away. All right. Students, we know a lot of people who say, oh, maybe after 10 years I'll do that. Maybe after my retirement I'll plan out these things. But no, here the poet has decided that whatever he has planned, he's going to continue. He's not going to complain. He's not going to cry. And hence the line says, henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. I don't need anything. Students, this line here, the figure of speech, the poetic device is climax. Okay, climax means where actions are in ascending order, increasing order. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे फिगर ऑफ स्पीच है क्लाइमैक्स. आई whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Done with Indo complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. बस हो गया, मैं थक गया हूँ. He says he's tired, he's done, he's finished. You're done means finished. He's finished with complaints at his personal level, probably. All right. Libraries. Here, the word libraries, students, again is a metaphor. It means bookish knowledge. ठीक है, जो कुछ उन्होंने बुक से सीखा है, he's done with that. Now he's going to do whatever he plans to do. Okay, so he's done with Indo complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. So people who are complaining continuously with him or against him, he's done with that. He does not intend to take anything again. All right, he wants to, that is why he just wants to leave everything and go, explore a new opportunities. All right, strong and content. I travel the open road. So your strong not necessarily means strength, physical strength. Takat is not just physical, it is mental as well. So students, here strong signifies his mental strength as well. He says, I'm quite okay, I've decided, I've planned that I want to leave everything. I just want to go find out new opportunities. So I'm going to do that only. Strong and content, I travel the open road. I want to explore a new opportunity. ठीक है, travel the open road. I want to start exploring new possibilities. तो सब जगह जहाँ पर भी पोएम में open road आ रहा है, so road means possibilities, options in life that he has planned to search. All right. So here we come with the end of the second stanza. As I told you, the poem has 4 stanzas. So we're done with the second stanza. Now the third stanza begins. The earth that is sufficient. This is the beginning of the third stanza. The earth that is sufficient. He says earth is so very huge. ठीक है, आई कैन फाइंड आउट लॉट ऑफ ऑप्शंस. मैं कुछ ना कुछ तो जिंदगी में कर लूंगा. All right, I'll do something worthwhile with it in my life. So earth that is sufficient. We continue with the third stanza on the next page. So he says, I do not want the constellations any nearer. So actually, students, constellations means stars. So he says, this line tells us that he actually is not very ambitious. Ambitious मतलब बहुत कुछ ऐसा जिंदगी में करना है ऐसा नहीं है. ठीक है, basically what he wants to do, he himself kind of does not know. He will do anything that comes in his way. So he says, I do not want the constellations any nearer. So your constellations has got many meanings. So meaning one is the stars, whatever is found in the sky. Second, here the constellation also signifies his ambitions, महत्वाकांक्षा. बहुत ऐसी कुछ नहीं है उनके मन में. ठीक है, उनको बस करना है, कुछ ना कुछ तो कर ही लेंगे. कुछ स्पेसिफिक नहीं बता रहे हैं वो. एंड थर्ड, इट ऑल्सो मीन्स लॉट ऑफ इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल. जो मीनिंग में यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है देखो, बहुत इन्फ्लुएंशियल लोग उनको नहीं चाहिए. स्टूडेंट्स, एज आई टोल्ड यू, ही वॉज अ जर्नलिस्ट एज वेल. तो पत्रकार थे तो प्रोबेबली उनकी पहुंच बहुत सारे लोगों तक होंगी. तो उनको अभी बस उनकी जिंदगी में डज नॉट वांट एनी ऑफ दोज पीपल. ही डज नॉट वांट दोज इन्फ्लुएंशियल पीपल, पावरफुल पीपल. I know they are very well where they are. He says he knows they are wherever they are, let them be there only. I don't want to be with them. I don't want to be there. All right, let them be where they are. I am going to make my own choice. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Suffice means sufficient. Suffice means sufficient. Okay, he says that they are for those people, powerful people, influential people, are for those who want their help. I don't want anyone's help. मुझे किसी की जरूरत फिलहाल तो नहीं है. ठीक है, मैं अकेला ही काफी हूँ. Now students, this is the end of the third stanza. Now students, till now, okay, he is only talking about that he does not need anyone. He is going to take an open road where he is probably all alone. But students, the last stanza is different. The last stanza is different. Let's just read in order to understand. Okay, see it's there. It's the last paragraph is also put in a bracket. All right. This means, all right, let's read and just find out. Still here, I carry my old delicious burdens. Still here, I carry my old delicious burdens. Burden matlab boj. अब बोझ कभी कोई डिलिशियस हो सकता है क्या? So this is a paradox, the poetic device, the figure of speech यहाँ पे जो यूज किया है वो है paradox. Paradox का मतलब है opposite है, but it's true. All right, it's the words are opposites. Burdens cannot ever be delicious. Burdens are always heavy. Burdens are always boring, tiring. All right, nobody likes to carry burdens, but now here the burdens are called as delicious. Why so? Because here poet refers to his memories. All right, his memories of his family, memories of his friends, work. So, the poet says, I carry my old delicious burdens. So for him, his burdens are memories which are old, but they are very sweet. Okay, the sweet memories he is going to carry with him. And these memories are going to remind him that his family is there and he is missing out his family. Alright, वो कहते हैं कि जितना भी मैं दूर चला जाऊं, but I'm going to remember my family. My family is going to remind me all the time that they are there. I carry them. Next line, I carry them. Men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. So he says, I'm going to carry them. Not carry मतलब सच्ची का नहीं उठाना, but I carry them with me. So in he's going to carry all their memories. उनकी यादें जो है उनके हमेशा मन में रहने वाली है. ये यादें जो हैं वो कभी भूल नहीं सकते. ठीक है, he is going to remember and wherever he goes, जहाँ पर भी जाएंगे, he is going to remember them. He is going to carry them wherever he is going. I swear. Swear here means promise. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. He said it's just not possible for me to, leave them. Even if I physically leave them, मैं उनकी यादों को नहीं छोड़ सकता. I cannot. It's just impossible. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. The last line, students, is really beautiful. He says, I'm filled with them, with their memories, and I fill them in return. The way I miss them, they are also going to miss me. All right, the way I miss them, they are also going to miss me. They are going to remember me. All right, so that is why the last stanza, students, the poem gets over here. This was the last stanza. So students, as you understand, the last stanza was absolutely different from the remaining three stanzas. The first three stanzas, the poet continuously talks about how he wants to go alone. He does not want any complaints. He wants to explore new opportunities. नया कुछ करना है जिंदगी में, कोई नहीं चाहिए, मैं अकेला ही काफी हूँ. एंड अचानक से यहाँ पर लास्ट पैराग्राफ में ही रिमेम्बर्स कि नहीं, आई एम गोइंग टू रिमेम्बर द स्वीट बर्डन. ठीक है, बोझ, डिलिशियस बर्डन. तो एज आई टोल्ड यू, दिस इज अ पैराडॉक्स, क्योंकि बोझ कभी भी स्वीट नहीं हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो ऑपोजिट वर्ड्स यूज किया है, बट देन इट्स ट्रू. दैट इज ट्रू. योर डिलिशियस बर्डन means his memories, उसके family, उनके दोस्तों की यादें. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. All right, he's going to remember all of them, and he says they all are going to miss me. They all are going to remember me as well. He says I just cannot forget them. All right, so this was the last stanza of this particular poem. So students, I go through the poem once again, the first stanza, and we do a little bit of poetic devices. Poetic devices में सब कुछ आता है. It is like you have the rhyme scheme, you have the rhyming words, you have the figure of speech, everything. All right, so look at the first stanza, a foot and light-hearted. I take to the open road. Okay, so ये line जो है, it's not in correct order. All right, the line is not in correct order, hence the figure of speech is inversion. The figure of speech is inversion. 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 All right. Then, so in this particular, I'll just give you a gist of the stanzas once again. So first stanza, he's very happy. As I told you, light-hearted means he's very happy. He's going on foot. Your foot symbolizes nobody else, all alone. No vehicle, no relatives, no family, is going all alone. And he's taken an open road. So open road is also a metaphor. I told you, please note it there. Open road is a metaphor. METAPHOR. Metaphor is a symbol. Indirectly, it's compared to lot of new possibilities, opportunities. All right. Okay, now here done with indoor, second stanza, done with indoor complaints, libraries, curious criticisms. So students, in this particular line, he says that the figure of speech is tautology. Tautology means two words which have similar meaning. Two words जिनका meaning same है. ठीक है, तो this particular line, the word complaints and the word querulous means the same. ये line जहाँ पे वो कहते हैं कि बस I am done enough, I am done with all the complaints, I am done with all the bookish knowledge. जितना पढ़ना था मैंने पढ़ लिया, करना था कर लिया, लोगों की बातें भी सुन ली, बस अब हो चुका. Okay, so now here it's tautology. The spelling of tautology is TAUTOLOGY. Tautology. Okay, so here he says he's done with lot of complaints. So complaints and querulous mean the same. दोनों का meaning same है. Again, next line, students, if you notice, it's inversion. The line is not in correct order. ऐसा होना चाहिए था. The actual correct order is I travel the open road strong and content. But वैसा नहीं दिया हुआ है. Alright, so that line is not in correct order. So it is inversion. Again, remember students, library is a metaphor of bookish knowledge. It's a symbol of bookish knowledge. We need to study, that's important. But there are many things, students, कहा जाता है कि सारी चीजें हमें किताबों से नहीं सीख सकते. There are many things which we learn when we actually go out. So that's what the poet says, that he's going to explore a lot of new opportunities, lot of new opportunities. All right. Then coming to the third stanza. All right, coming to the third stanza. Here I told you constellation. Constellation means lot of powerful people, influential people. All right. Then look at the line. I carry them. I carry them. That's repeated. All right. That's repeated. So that is repetition. All right. REPETITION. Repetition. I carry I carry is repeated. That is repeated. Now students, I carry them with me wherever I go. So students, as I told you, the poet here is giving us absolutely contradictory feelings. इसका मतलब complete पहले की 3 stanzas he was telling us that he wants to be detached, he is on a new journey, he is exploring new things. और यहाँ पर वो कह रहे हैं कि he is carrying delicious burdens, he is carrying memories, memories of his family, memories of his friends. And he's also telling us that it is impossible for him to get rid of them. I swear, वो कहते हैं, I swear, I promise, it is impossible for me to get rid of them. मतलब मुझे इन सबको भुलाना possible नहीं है. I cannot forget all of them. Even though I have moved on to a new journey, I have to, carry their memories. I cannot just forget them. And I'm filled with them, and I will fill them in return. ये लास्ट लाइन बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है, एक आशा है, एक होप है. And with this hope, he says that the way I remember them, I am sure they are going to remember me too. The way I miss them, I'm sure he's confident, all right, that he's going to, all the people, all his friends, the family members, the people with whom he has worked with, they all are going to miss him as well. So last line, this last stanza actually, in fact, is a beautiful hope, all right? And it is completely different from the remaining 3 stanzas. Probably that is why it is given in a bracket. All right, so that is what this poem was all about, Song of the Open Road. All right, so now students, to understand this poem in a better way, all right, there are a few notes that I would like to share with you. So it will help you to understand the poem in a much clearer manner. So, students, a few notes, simple explanation of every stanza I would like to share with you. I just hope this helps you to understand the poem in a better way. So, Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. This is the first stanza and its explanation. I will read the explanation slowly. Try to understand the meaning, and it will be a good revision for you. The poet has begun a new journey all alone, on foot. पैदल निकल पड़े हैं वो, ठीक है? He feels light-hearted because he is free from all kinds of worries. The open road is a metaphor. I told you. This open road is a symbol. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor of new opportunities. Metaphor मतलब indirect comparison होता है. The open रास्ता, खुला रास्ता is a symbol of new opportunities, new options जो हमारे पास available है. The poet feels that he is healthy, he is free, ठीक है, because he is excited of making new choices. He feels कि मैं एकदम आजाद हूँ, ठीक है. एंड वो हिंदी में जो वो गाना है, मुसाफिर तू यारो, ना घर है ना ठिकाना. So probably that song is inspired from Walt Whitman. ठीक है. Brown path. Moving ahead, students, brown path in the last line of the first stanza. So brown path is an open and bare land. Bare meaning empty. So which means he has got many new things that he can do. There are many new things, there are many new choices that he can make. He's free to do whatever he wishes to. The poet had decided to take charge of his destination and his life. Alright, so he is in charge of his life. Okay, he can go, he can do whatever he wants. Students, you can notice that all the four stanzas, the poet is using the pronoun I, me, which means the poem is in first person pronoun. Alright, it is in first person pronoun. These are his thoughts, alright, deep thoughts. This is his opinion, what he wants to do in his life. Moving on to the second stanza. Second stanza, students, the explanation goes like this. The poet is not asking for any good fortune. He is not praying for himself. This students, this very first line shows us that he is confident. All right, he is very optimistic, and he is in charge of his own actions. He says, no matter, I'll do something good with my life. If not one thing, definitely I will do something else. Then continuing in the second line, he says that he does not hold any kind of complaints against anyone. He does not hold any ill feelings, grudges. Okay, so which means that उनको किसी से कोई अब शिकायत नहीं है. ठीक है, वो ना ही रो रहे हैं, ना ही कंप्लेन कर रहे हैं. As I told you, the word whimper means a small cry. It means complaining. यानी किसी तरह की कोई शिकायत नहीं है. ठीक है, कोई भी ऐसा काम नहीं है जो उन्हें कल करना है. बस वो सब he's done with all his responsibilities. Alright. So next, third line, he says that he's done with his complaints in his personal life as well. Personal meaning his family life, his professional life. So everywhere he's done with all this, he's completed whatever he had to do. The word libraries, students, here it's a very important symbol of bookish knowledge. It's a symbol of bookish knowledge. जो कुछ किताबों से पढ़ा है बस वो काफी कुछ उन्होंने कर लिया है और उन्हें अभी इसके आगे बढ़ना है. Okay, so which means the common path which everybody chooses, he does not want to follow that anymore. Come what may, he is going to take up something or the other. All right. It also tells us that he does not want to stick to any one task continuously. जो ऐसे जो अभी वो करते आए हैं, एक ही काम उनको नहीं करना है. अलग जो भी choices है वो उनको हर एक कुछ try करना है. ठीक है? And he is satisfied and he is happy with the choice he has made. This was about the second stanza. Now going on to the third stanza. He says the earth, all right, is sufficient. He's very, as I told you, he's confident. He'll do something or the other. And he's not over ambitious. बहुत ज़्यादा महत्वाकांक्षी वो नहीं है. He does not wish to reach the sky. So students, which is the word which tells us about the sky, refers to the sky? Can you pick out a word? And yes, it is constellation. So the word constellation refers to the sky. He does not want to reach the heights of the sky. He does not want to be famous once again. Probably he tries to say that. Okay? He wants to stay on the ground. He wants to stay simple. All right, and he also says he wants to be detached. उन्हें अपने पुराने जो relations हैं, जो powerful लोगों के साथ शायद influential लोगों के साथ जो उनका उठना बैठना था, okay, he wants to be over with all those relations. He says they are all happy where they are. Let them be happy where they are. Okay? So it's given over there. The third and the fourth line refers to people whom he knows who he has left behind, and he says that let them stay where they are happy. Let them stay happy. और जिनको बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्हें वो हेल्प कर सकते हैं, जिनकी उन्हें जरूरत है, let them help them. Let those influential people, powerful people, let them help others. I do not require help from them. So students, this was the third stanza. So students, these three stanzas, he's talking about detachment, he's talking about being alone, but being happy. Alright, he wants to explore new options. ठीक है, but इसके साथ साथ now coming to the last stanza, the fourth stanza, the poet says that he is going to miss one thing. And what is it? He is going to miss the memories of his family and his friends. And students, can you pick out one word which talks about the memories, sweet memories of his family and friends? I've already explained it to you. Yes, it is delicious burden. The word delicious burden. I also told you the word delicious burden is a paradox. Paradox मतलब opposite चीजें which we do not usually use together, but यहाँ पे use की गई है and they are true. यहाँ पे उनको एक बोझ है, उनके मन पे एक बोझ है और वो बहुत ही एक प्यारा सा बोझ है. And what is that burden? It is his sweet memories of his family, friends from his past. He says he's going to carry all of them wherever he goes because he cannot just forget them. He cannot forget his families, the memories of his family and his friends, however hard he tries. And lastly, he says that the way I miss them, I am going to remember them. He is very sure that he is going to be remembered by all of them. He is very confident that he is going to be remembered by all of them. Alright? So students, this was the poem, The Song of the Open Road. I hope the explanation is very clear to you. Students, I want you all to go through this presentation a few more times for better understanding. Also go through the written explanation for every stanza, which will help you answer your questions in the exam. I'll stop this lecture right here and I'll be back very soon with another new topic. So till then students, take care, go through the lectures, study well, stay safe. Bye-bye.